Hello everybody, I am recording this video today because firstly because I'm a bit bored and also because my game group can't meet in the next weeks and we couldn't make it also in the last week, so I need my doses of gaming, and I've been investigating lately some solo games just for fun. I recently bought this 4 Against Darkness, which I found very cool, especially if you travel light. But I have continued investigating other options, and I probably end up creating my home rules, probably playing over D&D or something like that, but with sand mechanisms for the combats and for the encounters, non-combat encounters. But for the time being, I'm going to try this, which is supposed to be kind of an extension and an improvement over the Hero Quest rules. And yesterday I bought the full game for something about 14 euros, and but before trying that, I'm going to try this demo version. I'm talking about Dungeon Crawl, and that's it. It looks interesting, although I already found some things that I like to change, and actually here the rules are reduced, but I'm going to already to do some changes that you will see. But this is the first time I try this, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so initially we have some summary of instructions. Okay, we will come back here probably during this video because I haven't had the time to memorize the rules, but this is supposed to be a very short adventure, very short dungeon. So what I'm going to do is just crack on, and if I need to stop for read some rules, I will. You have 4 adventures here, and I'm going to choose this chunk, the Dwarf Rogue, which is a female dwarf that I have here. Okay, so I assume that that's how we started, just putting the mini there. Oh, looks like this cam is not very focused. Let me have a look to see if I can do something about that. Let's see. Oh, zoom. Yeah, but I don't want to zoom. I just want to focus, but it's auto. Let's see. It's a bit, yeah, I need to remove the autofocus. Yeah, now I think it's better, although I am also recording this video because I am trying today the Streamlabs desktop app. Let's see if I managed to do it properly. Okay, let's see. A bit better. So I have chosen this Chunk Dwarf Rogue. Chunk is a surely little woman. One might say she has 6 brothers with very distinct traits. She lives in a place covered in snow, white snow, and she is completely original. I don't know what that means, but let's see. Okay, she has Beef 2, Zip 3, Smart 5, Health 7. she's got a dagger and a sling. Chang can use his sling to attack everyone in the same room or corridor as she is, provided that her target is not standing in a space adjacent to the one she is in. Alright, now disarm trap. If Chang finds a trap, she can disarm it as an action. Roll a die. If it has a success, the trap is rendered useless. On failure, Chang takes damage from the trap, which she can defend against. Alright, so now, equipment. Life potion. This can be used to bring you back up to 1 health if you ever reach 0 health points. So only 1 health. Well, this is not a very powerful potion. What else? Range weapons. Use the hero's sips instead of beef. Alright, so let's continue. We entered the dungeon. Let's see. Now it says, sorry, the terrifying tune of repulsive terror. You have traveled alone for days, after hearing of the great riches that could be had if one were to find Chomargan's tomb. Rumors around that this tomb was spotted almost a week ago in a small dungeon east of Gardonia. The person who spotted it only barely escaped and has been reduced to a babbling lunatic after experiencing the terrifying repulsiveness of the tomb had to offer. You come upon a small, discreet stone structure with a wooden hatch. You take a quick look around to make sure no one is watching you and open the hatch. Dust and the stench of goblins' droppings fill your nostrils and you descend into the unknown. Alright, entrance. Place your hero in room A. Done. On the stairs tile. Do not place anything else on the board yet. Alright. At this point, the hero begins his turn. Her turn. You can stay in the room and search for treasure or secret doors. Searching for treasure or secret door is an action. Remember, each turn you get to move and perform 1 action. Your hero can move 6 spaces. Okay, this is one thing that I would change, definitely. I would make dwarf and halflings and goblins move only 5. Just to, as you know, you can imagine, to make evident in the game that they have shorter legs. So I'll do that. I'll play with 5 movement. And you can open doors as a free action during your movement. Okay. If you choose to open the door on the west side of the room, go to the next section. Okay, I didn't put the door, so I'm going to put the door in here. Alright. So, let's continue. When you search for traps or secret doors, you roll a die. If you roll a success, a result of 4, 5, or 6, you will find a trap or secret door in that room. If a hero may only search for traps and secret doors once per room. The traps are obviously pretty visible on the map you begin with, but it's hard to hide traps on a solo adventures. So, yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Hero Quest dice because they have 1, 2, 3. Sorry, where is it? 1, 2, 3 faces with the skull. So on a skull, looking for something, this will be a success. okay, and the shields, including the black shield, will be failure. So let's see, for example, if I am looking here for treasure, okay, so this, it's a success, but there is no treasure in this room. I have read something about disarm traps, and probably I'll try to use the features of the Hero Quest dice to modify the rule a little bit, but I prefer just to roll dice when attacking and defending, and use those dice to obtain directly. If this is an attack, that would be one hit, and now I'm defending against that, and I would have 2 defenses. I think it's quicker than using normal dice and see 1, 2, 3, 4 failure, and so I think that Hero Quest dice are great for this. So I'm going to do my first house rule or modification. Next, okay, I'm going to move here and open this door. Let's change the door to an open door, and here. Now, place a goblin where the G marker is in this room. The text says, you open the door to a dimly lit hallway. Just to the north you can see the creature you heard earlier. I don't know, because I didn't hear anything. It seems you have alarmed it. Very well. So let's put that stinky goblin in there. Right, and this is the corridor, and I'm going to put only what I am supposed to see. So I'm not going to put anything on this side of the corridor because I don't have vision in there. Okay, the goblin, sorry. Standard Hero Quest goblin, that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's here. There we go. So I continue reading. You have just entered combat. During combat, you cannot search for treasures and secret doors. If you have any move points left, you should try to get next to the goblin and attack if you haven't used your action this turn. Okay, I move 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still can reach the goblin. And let's keep reading. It says all goblins in this adventure have followed the following stats: Beef 1, Zip 2, Smarts 3, and Health 1. This means that when it attacks, it rolls 1 die, and when it defends, it rolls 2. When your hero is attacking or defending, look for his attack dice and damage dice on the character sheet. Heroes don't just use their beef and zip wing in combat, since they add their beat and zip to their weapons damage and armor value respectively. If you are able to attack right away, roll your hero's attack dice. You count any dice that show up, for 5 or 6. These are the attack successes. Okay, let's roll for that. And Chunk has a dagger attack dice 2. Okay, because the daggers doesn't add any die, so he is just using his hair beef to attack. Let's see how it goes. And have 2 skulls, so 2 hits. And now I have to use the goblin zip, and which is 2 as well. So the goblins got 1 defense and 1 failure here, because we are using to defend only the shields. So That means that I hit the goblin. And since the goblin only has 1 health, is dead. These are his defense successes. Last goblin defense, blah 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 blah. If you have 1 or more left over, the goblin is dead. Indeed. Let's continue. If you were unable to attack the goblin or you didn't kill the goblin this turn, the goblin will move right towards you and attack you with a 1 attack die. But he's not going to do that. What else? Well, I think at that position I already should be able to see some of the, a bit more, probably this one, a bit more of the rest of the room, and let's see. After combat, you can search for the corridor for secret doors. You can search for treasure in corridor. That's just silly. Fair enough. If you search for secret doors, let's check for secret doors. I just read that there's none, but okay. So it's a success. I would have found it. And if you search for traps, I'm going to search for traps as well. And this is a failure. There is a trap laid just west of the door in the corridor ahead. If the trap in this room is triggered by being stepped on, a hero trait takes 3 damage, which he can defend against. Okay, so here is the thing that I would like to change. I haven't detected the trap. So obviously I unseen the trap here on the map provided, but this is a solo game, so there's no point. Since I am not able to know that there's a trap here, maybe I would decide to move this way or this way. Okay, so if I got a skull, I would step on the trap, and I did. Okay, so when coming here, I step on the trap. I'm going to put the rest of the dungeon so far, and there's another door in here. Okay, and I step on the trap. So let's see. Now damage is 3, so I can defend against this, and I got 2 hits, and my zip is 3. So I need to get at least 2 chills, and here counts black or white shields. And yes, I got 2, so I managed to survive the damage of the trap. Let's continue. Okay, so I have moved there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the thing now is not specified in this simplified rules, that I don't know if I can just stop and start a new turn. Because if I can't, I would do that, then I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going just to I move actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was my whole movement, and now I'm going to start a new turn where I move 1 and open the door as part of the movement. Okay, and let's put the next room, which is the dining hall. Okay, so the dining hall, we have in here the following: this, and we have a table in here, and we have a goblin in here, and we have another goblin in here. All right, and I have a door here. Okay, so let's focus this a bit more. Okay, let's try this. Yep, and let's continue reading the description of the room. Dining hall. Place 2 goblins in the room on the G markers. Done. I can also see that apparently there's a trap, so I'll do same as before. At some point I will check if I step on the trap. It seems you have entered some kind of dining hall. The room, the floor and table are littered with heaps of rotting meat. With heaps of rotting meat and what may have been other edibles some time ago. 2 goblins were scrounging for scraps amongst the debris until you walked in. Alright. Combat begins as soon as the goblins are placed. If you have any move left, you may continue to move and attack if you have not performed an action yet this turn. If you happen to step on the exclamation mark square, which is in here, but that's not for the time being, takes damage dice. So let's do the combat. One thing about this, I still have movement left, so I'm going to go into the room, right, and oops. Let's see if I can manage to set up this cam in there. So let's see in some part of the combat. That's it. It's something. Alright. One thing I want to change is the following. I don't know if the complete rules will have something about flanking an enemy, but I'm going to make up a rule here. If this would be the case and these goblins were attacking, they will attack and they will need obviously skull, so the first goblin would fail because he didn't got any skull, and the other one got 1 skull. So I have to defend against 1 skull. Chunk has how much? 3 zip. So here is the thing. When I am being flanked or a creature is flanked, I need to roll 4 skulls. But to give some advantage to the fact that they are flanking me, if I will ignore the black shields because I am flanked. That's my little bit to the combat, to this system, which seems pretty cool, but I like to reflect that. Maybe I haven't read the full rules, so maybe there's something for flanking, but for the time being, I am going to use that to give it a bit more of interesting approach, and that's it. Okay, so anyway, Chang is the one attacking first, so hopefully she managed to kill 1 goblin before they are able to flank her. Let me check. Beef has 2 dice because of her dagger, and good, I got 2 skulls, and now I am attacking, for example, to the goblin in the front, and the goblins had 2 zip, so the goblin needs to get 2 shields, including black shields, to defend. He didn't, he got 2 skulls, so the goblin is dead. But the good thing is they won't flank Chunk. And now it's the turn for the surviving Goblin. So Goblin attack, Goblin beef is 1, so only 1 die. Let's see. And he got 1 skull. And Chunk zip is 3, so just need to get 1. And I got 2. 1 white and 1 black. So she defends against the Goblin. Now, she attacks again. And she fails to get any success. And so, Goblin's turn. And we saw that the beef was 1. He fails as well. Third turn. Chunk attack. She fails, and the Goblin attack. It hits, and now she defends against this. She needs at least 1 shield. She does. And 5th turn, I think. The 5th turn. Yeah, let's see. Chunk 1, and the Goblin. And the Goblin zip was 1 or 2. I can't remember. It's 2. And the Goblin defends. 6th turn. Oh, no, I have to try the Goblin. He fails. 6th turn. Oh, this can be a little pain in this game. But this is what it is. So let's continue. 1 hit. And the Goblin defends. The Goblin attacks. 1 hit. Chunk is hitten. Is hit. So I'm going to make a note here that she's been injured. Health. Now she's got 6 health points. Chunk's turn. Chunk turn. Is Chunk or Chunk's? Chunk. 1 hit. The Goblin defends, and he does. Goblin attack. It was 1 and fails or misses. I don't know which turn is this. Probably 8th, I think. Let's see. We have 1 hit, and the Goblin was zip 2, right? I forgot continuously. Yeah, I need to make some cards to have it on the board. He defends. Okay, continue. The Goblins, 1 attack, and Chunk defense. 9th turn. Attack for Chunk. 1 hit. The Goblin is dead at last. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is search in the room. Let's see. Skull is a success. Fine, but I will also check. Before the check, as there is a trap in here, I'm going to roll. A skull is that I step on the trap. I could have searched, but I forgot. So yes, I step on the trap before searching, and what is happening here is 3 damage dice. Okay, so no hits, so probably some dart flew close to her ears, and she heard zzz, but missed. Okay, I was looking for treasure. You find two healing potions on the table. There's a 5. I don't know what that 5 means. What means a 5? A 5 in parentheses here on the text, but I don't know what that means. I will continue. 2 healing potions, 5. This will restore 5 of your health points. So it's the quality of the potion. Cool. 2 healing potions of 5. 2 healing potions, 5 restoration points. Oh, because the other thing is a life potion, and this is a healing potion. The other potion kind of do some resurrection or something like that. Okay, let's continue. Treasure, and that's it. I'm not looking for secret doors. Well, I will, but no, I want, because I know there is no secret doors in here. And since there are 1 door, I will continue. I will probably look for secret doors once all the path is blocked and there is no more errors to go. So I'm going to move here and wait to my next turn to see if I can to open the door. So I open the door and I place the following. This is the storage room. So let me check the map, and we've got the following. We've got this. Oops. Okay. And we got the open door in here, and we've got a table here. Small table. And what else? We've got a goblin, I think, right? I can't see it here. We have an orc and a goblin. An orc here and a goblin here. Okay. And I don't know why. Let me try to focus this a little bit. Alright. And I finished the end of the movement and attack. And I am forgetting there is a door in here, so that's it. Storage room. Place a goblin on the G marker and an orc on the O marker. This room seems to be some sort of storage room. You see another goblin in there, being looked over by a larger, meaner looking orc. The orc in this room has these stats: Beef 3, Zip 2, Smarts 4, Health 1. Combat continues until all monster or you, sucker, are dead. Let me sneeze my nose because I think I am getting a cold and I can breathe very well. Okay, so let's start the combat. I attack the goblins in the front and I've got nothing. 2 chills. So turn for the monsters, and fortunately they can't attack me or flank me because I'm blocking the door, and there is no because of this corner there is no way they can flank me. So the goblin attacks. The goblins. He's got 1 attack, and a chunk is defending with 3 die, and she defends. And now turn for the orc. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if there are opportunity attacks. That is also a nice rule that I like from D&D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he would cause an opportunity attack when leaving that space. Alright, I don't know if they can attack in here diagonally. I know that in the full rules, depending on the weapon you use or the monster you use, you can't or cannot attack diagonally. Actions, attack. I am checking. Cast a spell. I don't have spells because she's a rogue. Disarm a trap. She can disarm traps. And moved and free actions. Yes, this is what I was going to say about one of disarming traps. But let's continue. Let's continue with the combat. It's the orc turn. The orc has beef 3 dice, and he's got 1 hit, and chunk defense with 3 die as well, and she managed to stop the hit. What else? Next turn number 2, I'm going to try to get rid of the goblin as soon as possible because that's the weakest creature. So if I kill him, it's 1 attack less from the enemies each turn. Let's see. Chang has 2 dice of attack and she got 1 hit, and the goblin has only 1 die, so we need a skull there. Yes, and the goblin is dead. There we go. And now the orc attacks with beef 3, and he's got 3 skulls, so this is going to be almost impossible to avoid some damage. Let's see. Oh, not too bad. 1, 2 shields and only 1 hit point of damage. So now she's got 5 hit points. We will survive to fight another day, I think. Okay, Chang turn. She's got 2 dice of attack and nothing, and now the orc that has beef 3 and he's got 2, and Chang's got 1 shield and nothing, so another hit. Maybe she doesn't survive. I speak too soon. Where is 4? Okay, next turn. Chang's turn. We've got nothing again. In the orc got nothing. Yeah, 2 useless fighters. Chang's turn. Attack with 2 die, 2 skulls. Now there's a chance. And the orc defends with zip 2. So 2 dice. He needs skull shields and he defends. So the orc attack is nothing. Next turn, Chang attacks. Oh, that is not valid because he's out of the tray. So yes, 2 hits, and the orc defends with 2 zip. 1. Oh yeah, he's dead. Yes. All right. Now next. I'm going to look for traps. On a skull, I'll be successful. I fell. And on a skull, I step on the trap, if any. I already know that there's one. And yes, I didn't. Every time I cross this rune, I need to do that check. And now I'm going to search for treasure. And I missed because I needed a skull, a success. So let's continue. I am going to move here and wait to the next turn to open the door. Okay, but I open the door and put the following. Let's see. We've got in this room a tomb of this guy. Okay, and we have also a skeleton here. The skeleton is here in front of the tomb. There we go. And we continue reading. Oh, where was I? Tomb. Place a skeleton on the S marker. You walk into the resting place of Tomargan. Yes, this guy here was Tomargan. He's dead meat now. Well, it would be his resting place if he wasn't walking around as a skeleton. Oh, he's not meat anymore. He's a skeleton. You face Tomargan's skeleton. Tomargan's skeleton has the following stats. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I forgot to drink the potion. So, I am with only 4 hit points and probably the skeleton is a badass. Let's see. Beef 7. Woo! Zip 2. Smarts 2 and 2 health. Tomarga's skeleton has special power he can use on every other turn called Repulsive Terror, which he can use as a free action. When he uses it, roll a die. On a success, your hero is frightened and his next attack may only be made half his attack dies. Bloody hell. Rounded down. This counts for spell attacks as well. Don't forget that your hero starts the game with a life potion, which will restore him 1 health if he ever falls to 0 health, effectively avoiding death. If you already use your potion, then tough luck. Okay. And I guess I can drink that potion as a free action when I am 0 hit points. This can be used to bring you back 1 health is every health point, but I guess. Okay, so I'm going to move up to the skeleton, and he hasn't used his stinky power. So let's attack, and hopefully I manage to hit him at least one hit, and he defends with 2 zip. So hopefully I make. No, I don't. He defends. Okay, Repulsive Terror. On a skull, I will be, or Chunk will be afraid, but he fails. Yay! She's not scared of you, mother. Yes. Next turn, I'm going to keep trying to destroy this skeleton. I can't do anything else. 1 and he doesn't defend, so I made 1 hit on the skeleton. Yoo-hoo! Only 1 left, and the skeleton uses, it's every other turn, so he won't use his terrifying thing this turn. So he attacks with 7 die. Bloody hell. 4, 7 beef. Oof. Okay, so he's got 4. He's got 4. And I defend with 3. And I don't defend any of them. So I've got a real hit here, and she's one left point, only 1 point left. So she's going to use this turn one of her healing potions, and now she is 6 health points, and he can't attack, and there's no point. I run away, so I'll just try to survive another blow of this sucker. Let's see, 7 dice. This is going to be hard. And what we got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Ooh, 5. And I defend with 3 die. And I've got only 1. So this is again 4 hits. Sorry, 2. And now I'm going to another turn use the the other potion, and now she's 7 again, and now I have to try to survive another blow. Drinking potions was enough free action, I guess, right? Oh, on this demo it is. Okay, if that's the case, I can attack also. And I've got 2. So now is the moment of success on our dying. Let's see, he's got only 2, and I got how many? 2 hits, I think. And so yes, he defends against 1 but fails the other, so she manages to make another hit points, and the skull is dead. And now the first thing I'm going to do, Tomargan's skeleton falls to pieces before you, the echoes of your battle dying down to complete silence. Now we are going to look for traps. Success on skulls, and sorry, I don't know if there's a trap in here. If you search for traps, there's none. Cool. I'm going to look for secret doors, and I success, but there are none. If you search for treasures, I'm going to search for treasures, and now let's see, skull is success, but I failed, so I miss an golden necklace. Buster. What kind of rogue are you, Chunk, that you can even find treasure? Okay, you leave Tomagan's tomb and head back to Gardonia, fiddling with Tomagan's neck. No, not fiddling with Tomagan's necklace, because I didn't find the bloody treasure. Let's see, where is the free actions? Place you run and turn action, the soundtrack is spell. I think that I need to succeed to find attack, move, combat. Yeah, there is no specifying this summarized rules, but so I assuming that yes. Okay, when you finally make it back, you stop by the local pub and show. No, I don't show the necklace while telling patrons of your heroic journey against Trollmagan. Really, haven't. Oh, it doesn't says that I need to roll a die for searching treasure. So maybe I just got what it is there. So probably I also got something from the previous room. But I leave it there. But not this. She's got the necklace apparently. So I can read this properly. You leave Tomagan's tomb and head back to Gardonia, fiddling with Tomagan's necklace. When you finally make it back, you stop by the local pub and show off the necklace while telling the patrons of your heroic journey against Tomargan. You wonder why there was a dungeon full of green working with or defending Tomargan. Could there be a greater evil out there attempting to resurrect all evil war champions, such as Tomargan's attempting to create an unholy army of dead? Well, probably. So that's it. Credits. All this stuff was put together by Alex Bermudez because he has no friends. Ha! We already know that, and I am for the time being in the same situation here because my bastard friends I can't meet lately. Find more info on Dungeon Crawl at Board Game Geek, and that's it. Oh, that was all. Is very simple rules, and apparently they have a bit more of complexity than the standard HeroQuest rules. I bought the PDF of the full rules, and probably I'll try some games in there. Let's see if I can. I also have to check the rules for solo. So I'll try probably to play the campaign inside, or I don't know what I'll do, or maybe I try more things that I have there in stock. But that's all for today. I think we'll see you soon in another video, probably. And